Hello and welcome to the latest in our series of our Seder plates. This is a series of short videos in which I'm interviewing some of our Kingston Liberal Synagogue members about their Seder plates and their Seder traditions. And I'm really glad today to be joined by Natalia Marten. Now, Natalia is a brand new friend of Kingston Liberal Synagogue, and she has recently actually started her conversion process to Judaism. So thank you for joining me, Natalia. It's really great
Thank
to
you
have
for having
you.
me.
Now, I think I'm right in saying that last year was your first Seder that you held. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your experience last year?
Well, it was the beginning of lockdown, and it was my first Seder. I wasn't involved with KLS, so it was very improvised. I did a lot of research online, and it was actually very funny because it was only my son and I. I'm the one converting, not him. So I think he thought I'm losing my mother because I
Hmm.
was sitting on the kitchen table, trying all these foods in a particular order and streaming a Seder online, and getting all these instructions. And I downloaded, a guide, and I was trying to follow, but it's not as simple. And then at some point, well, you all know this, you have to open the door. So it was like 11 or something, and I was running down the stairs, opened the door, and my son is like, yeah, I lost my mother. I don't know what's going on with her. And but I was able to get all the ingredients. I tried to do it all by the book,
Mm.
and almost died with the horseradish because I took it very literally. um, but yeah, I was a good girl, and I finished the entire thing. And it was a very fun experience.
Fantastic.
Lonely, but
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoyed it a lot.
Well, I mean, it was your first Seder last year, but for all of us, it was the first lockdown Seder, obviously. So it was a first for all of us. And obviously now we're in a situation where we're just approaching our second lockdown Seder. And for you, it will be your second Seder. So, and obviously since then, you've actually sort of joined our community as well. And obviously that's great. And you kind of formally started that conversion journey. Tell us how you're thinking and feeling about the upcoming Seder in
Mhm.
2021, Natalia.
Yeah, I'm holding hands with COVID because it's second lockdown and it's second Seder for me. I think I will be a bit more kind with myself this time.
Hmm.
Just knowing that I do have someone on the other side. Last time was a streaming,
Mm.
which yes, it's you can see people on the other side, but you're not actually interacting with them. So just knowing that there's someone else on the other side that can give you feedback, and you can have a conversation, and that makes me feel, maybe I was trying to be by the book last time because it was just me,
Mm.
and I wanted to make it like feel like it was a real thing. But now I have people, and that's what makes it real.
Yeah.
It's not about going by the book with the food. I think the rabbi many times have said, God doesn't care what's on your plate, as long as, right, it's what's in here.
Yes, exactly.
So it will be more about the true meaning of it for me.
Mm.
Uh, I don't have that. I'm not as anxious as I was last year because now I'm part of the community. I started my process, I'm studying. So I don't have all those insecurities or doubts that I have to do things by the book.
Hmm.
I feel part of
Mm.
it. I know I'm a member, and that's it. It's more about making it my own. So I have been studying,
Mm.
and even though I will try to do all the elements on the plate, I don't have a plate. And I didn't want to get one online, or
Yeah.
because you can get a cardboard one.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, but I didn't want to do that because it feels like it's like an engagement ring, or
Yeah. It's
the
an
first
important
house you buy.
purchase.
Exactly.
It's an important
So
purchase. Yeah.
I want to see it and say that's my plate, or maybe someone will
Mm.
give me one day,
Mm.
and it be an old one
Mm.
from an old family who has been using it. So I want the plate to have special meaning and
Mm.
not rush into
Mm.
getting one just because.
Mm.
So I'll just use a regular plate, and I will try and do the
Mm,
whole elements, because I'm a person of traditions and I like that. But while studying, I then tried to think more about the meaning of Pesach and the Seder. And because it's about freedom, uh, we all have been going through a very challenging year, and we all have struggles, and somehow we probably all have some kind of oppression that we need to free
mm,
ourselves
mm,
from. That is my case. And so I'm gonna try and make it about that, celebrating uh, freedom,
mhm,
and how I was able to free myself from oppression,
mhm,
and my old movies and some chains, and
mm,
so the whole thing about my tears, it's very meaningful for me. I
yeah.
will celebrate that. And then I read something about your voice
Okay.
while studying, and it I don't know if I have time to read this, but
Yeah, no, please do share it with us, Natalia.
I read this Passover, as we tell the story of our nation's deliverance from the oppressive hands of Pharaoh into expansive embrace of God. Perhaps we can also find a way to give voice to our own pain and inner longings, and in this way also find a sense of relief, of expansion that can sometimes come by virtue of speaking out, by telling, no, by letting our voices be heard.
Mm,
And I get emotional because this, it hits a chord for me, and
yeah.
it really, now I know what I need. This is what I need for this Seder. It's not about the plate. It's not about the elements. It's about telling my truth, and having my voice heard. And then you send me an invite to to talk about my experience. So I'm doing it, and I just have to say thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, thank you for sharing that, Natalia. It's wonderful because we have other episodes in the series, obviously, where we have long-standing members of the community and they tell us about their wonderful traditions going back 30, 40 years or more. But it's wonderful to also hear a different voice about somebody who's just joining our community and who's just joining the Jewish people, but who is also finding so much meaning, um, in the meaning of Pesach. And let's hope very soon you find your Seder plate as well, Natalia.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Hopefully
joining
very
me,
soon.
Natalia. Thank you.
Thanks, Rebecca.